Hi Bill, so I did promise to send you a video. I actually apologize. It skipped my mind and I didn't get to it. And so I didn't record the video while I was doing it, but nonetheless, I will go through the same process again and then you can have an idea of what I did. So this was the page you told me you wanted to capture events on. So quickly what I'm going to do is submit an event, a test event, which I'm going to cancel immediately. So you did mention that the URL was passed. You mentioned all these information were passed in the URL, which is a very good thing. Okay, seeing that time is no longer available. Let me quickly book another time. Try and book another one. Okay. So when I schedule the event, I get redirected to a landing page, and then the information I filled in, they are passed with that URL to this particular page. So if you look in the URL here, you can see thank you qualified, v equals to this. So basically anything that comes after, because this is where the URL ends, after the qualified, this v, this question mark, everything that comes after this question mark is more like a query. And so the answer is equals to this. The first answer one, which is actually the phone number, is equals to this, is equals to the phone number. Answer one is the phone number. Answer two is asking me that will actually show up at the meeting. Then we have the end time, which gives us that, and on. We have the event start time, the event type name. So if you go through the whole URL, you see everything you need. You have the invitee email test. So basically what we're going to do is that this URL, and so we want to capture this information with the URL and send it along to whatever tags we want to send it along to. So we'll come to our Google Tag Manager. I'm just going to use one, quickly use one for a sample. Use this. Because I want to send it to GA4. Okay, so basically I know it's URL. So what I want to do is go and create variables that will pick up the event. So I'm going to create 4 variables in this case, but I think in yours I created about 4 or 5. So I'm going to scroll down, click on new, click on variable, and I'll go to URL. Then I'm not clicking the full, I want the query. So after that, any other thing that comes after the question mark is the query. So I'll look for the query key. So I'll come back to the URL, and then the first one which is important to me is the email address, which, and the query key is invitee email. So I'll just copy it, and then I come to Google Tag Manager and I paste it in, and so I can save this as URL email address. So I have my first one. I also want the full name, so I'll click on new again. And basically what I can just do is to duplicate it, which I'll do I think after now. I click on query, and I come back to the URL, then I pick the invitee email. I want the invitee full name. The first name, there's no field for that, but nonetheless, it's submitted, it showed you that that field query is there, but it was not available in this particular one. So we pick the full name, which was available. So come back to Tag Manager, paste it in the query key, and then we save it. URL full name. So I can save it. So I have 2 now, so I'll pick 2 more. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna duplicate it and then change the variables. So I click on copy. So I have the URL, I picked email address, I picked the full name. The next one I want to pick, the last name also was, we didn't have a field for that. And so we have the reminder number, which is the phone number once again. Like I said, it was we had it at the beginning. So I don't use the reminder number because someone could have used a different reminder number. But but nonetheless we could even pick the reminder number. I think I'll do that. So let me pick the first number here. I'll also pick the reminder number as well. So that one is answer 1. So for the phone number, the query key is answer 1. So I pick it and I come back here. I change it to answer 1. Or I know that it's not answer 1. I know this is a phone number. So I can save that. Then finally, I can just duplicate it as well for the reminder phone number. So I have reminder, let's go phone number. I just want to make sure that it's actually the right query key. So I'll just scroll down to the very end. Any other event, any other detail you want to pick from this URL, you can pick it. You just have to look for the query key. Like if you wanted to pick the event type name, which is equal to discovery call plus the other details, the key will just be event type name. So you pick that and then that can populate in the field. So in the forms whereby there's place for first name and last name, what you would do is use the first name and the last name query keys. So invitee first name, invitee last name. But in this particular form, we only used full name, invitee full name, which is why I'm using that. So I pick text reminder number, which is query key. I come here. So I know it's the reminder phone number. So I pick these 4 variables. So what I want to do next is to create a trigger, and then I'm going to send this either to GA4 or to any other software. So I'll just create a new GA4 tag. We have a measurement ID, set the constant. Then the event name, I can just call it Calendly event, or more like, let me give it I'll call it meeting scheduled. Just use Calendly meeting scheduled so that it can be unique. Then I want to include the event parameters, which is details I'm sending along. Now there are 2 ways you can do this. Here for GA4, you can use include user provided data and go and configure the data source, create a new variable, and then basically fill out all this. But I don't want to go through that process, make the video long. So what I'll do, I'll just click on add parameter. So the parameters I've created. So the first one is full name.